Mall of America. For more than 30 years, it has been a retail leader and an international destination, and it remains the largest mall in the U.S. Not to mention, it welcomes millions of guests from around the world. It's huge, but it's also so much more. In this podcast, you're going to hear the real stories of how it started and why it continues to thrive. You'll hear about challenges we faced along the way and what you can learn from them. We will feature guests and experts from all walks of life and business, and along the way, you'll laugh, learn, and maybe even change the way you look at things. So if you're a fan of the mall, a brand new visitor, an entrepreneur, or a dreamer, prepare to dive deep into so much more. This podcast is presented by the Bloomington Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Welcome to So Much More. I am your host today, Jill Renslow, and I have my ever so popular co-host, Dan Jasper. Welcome, Dan.
Hi, Jill.
And we have two lovely ladies joining us today. It is turning to the fall, and so we're super excited to be hosting the Autumn Moon Festival here at Mall of America coming up this weekend. So we definitely wanted to have a guest with us, Shellyan Law, who is the MC for AMCO. Probably wonder what that stands for. It's the Alliance of Minnesota Chinese Organizations, and she works with our Chinese partners, our Asian community, to help us bring together the Autumn Moon Festival. So we're super excited to talk about those details and encourage people to come out. We also have Trisha Sen, who is the owner of one of our newest stores here at Mall of America called the Treats Cereal Bar and Boba Tea. We talked about it a couple weeks ago as one of our new tenants, and we're excited to have her here because she has some beautiful beverages for us to talk about and encourage everyone to check that out when they're out here for the Autumn Moon Festival. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Love it. Well, we're going to talk to both of you separately a little bit to learn about your background, and then we'll bring it all together as we talk about the Asian community and how important it is to embrace everyone that visits Mall of America, because we love that. So Shellyan, let's start with you. And as far as you really helped us bring a lot of events to life here at the mall based on your involvement in the community. I think it started with the Lunar New Year celebration that we typically host in the first part of the year, and now with the Autumn Moon Festival. So tell us a little bit about how you got started with Mall of America and what your connections are.
Yeah, definitely. I started with those events starting 2018. So almost 6 years ago. It's hard to believe.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah. Yes. Normal time, right? Mm-hmm. But the events at Mall of America started in 2016. Mm-hmm. And we had twice events every year, like you mentioned. Lunar New Year, or usually early February or end of January, that time, which is a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday, 5 hours every day. And then next week, we'll have our annual Moon Festival celebration, which is next Saturday, September 14th. Yeah, we have that events twice a year since, like I said, 2016. And then we even didn't stop during the COVID. Mm-hmm. Only in 2011, for Lunar New Year celebration, we had online also. Mm-hmm. But first, I want to say thank you to Mall of America to give us this great opportunity, because every time when I stand on the stage, I really appreciate what a beautiful place, what a great opportunity for us to bring the culture and all the beautiful performances to all the audience, all the visitors to Mall of America. We want to say thank you.
Oh, well, we love having you involved. And that event's coming up this Saturday. And that's a great exploration and exhibit of all the cultural traditions and celebrations and ceremonies. And one of my favorites is the dragon dance that takes place. Yes. And this is in the Huntington Bank Rotunda. So you have a nice big space for you to set up. So what are some of your favorite elements of the event?
Definitely, like you mentioned, dragon dance and line dance. And I want to, share a little bit surprise to you. And this year we will have both dragon dance and line dance on the stage. Yeah, so please don't miss that. And besides that, of course, every year, we have all traditional music instruments. We have Chinese dancing. We have sing and martial arts, all you can imagine. And also besides the Chinese culture performances, we also bring a lot of Asian performances. Like I said, it's it's an immigration country. So we brought all Asian cultures together. And in the last few years, we brought Vietnamese, South Korea, and this year we have Japanese join us, Thai, all those cultures on the stage as well. So not only, Chinese performance, you can see all various good talents on the stage.
I love it. And when you're not only an MC for the event that's here at Mall of America, you've actually been out in the community quite a bit and the face for your community. What are some of those other events or locations that you get the opportunity to MC at, and what are some of your favorites?
Yes, like I said, I'm a director of public relations for the MCAL. And besides Mall of America events, other big ones, Minnesota Orchestra. We started 3 years ago. We work with them to have, again, put together a culture performances for the Lunar New Year. That is, like as we started 3 years ago. And then besides that, we also have events working with Target Center for NBA games for the halftime show.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that's also around the Lunar New Year time.
Okay.
Yeah, besides that, myself, I also involved with Asian Fair. We started in Plymouth, where I live with West Metro. That is, we started last year. So this is the second year annual event. Yep.
Great. Well, Dan, I know you've attended a lot of these events that we've hosted at the mall before. What are some of your favorite elements?
Well, I have, and I actually live very near Hildy Performance Center in Plymouth. So,
that's where we have the
so I
event.
need to come and see your event up there as well. And for people that are listening and perhaps not watching us on YouTube, I have to just talk about your outfit really quickly, which is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if
thank
that's
you.
traditional dress,
Yes.
very colorful.
It's gorgeous.
And reds and blues and flowers. And I think one of the things that I love most about these events when you host them at Mall of America are some of the traditional outfits
Yes.
that the performers wear. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what I wear is called qipao. It's a traditional dress for Chinese women. I always wear those events because, again, I want to represent my culture. I want to share the beauty with whoever visit us. Yeah, also on our Mall of America stage, we have those fashion shows as well. And this year we will have also fashion shows. I will leave that. Hope you guys will come over on the site to watch it. Yeah, we like as all the cultures when they come to perform, of course they will have their own costumes. It's all beautiful and it's all colorful. I want to tell you that.
Yep.
Right? When we celebrate, we want to be colorful.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's beautiful. The colors are beautiful. And of course, we have the decor hanging in the rotunda, the giant
The
red-
lanterns
the
are
lanterns.
gorgeous.
And
Yes.
so it's a very festive occasion for everybody, for all of our guests. And one of the things that I love, too, are the large crowds that stop and watch this event. Do your performers ever talk about what that means to them?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I know every, like, Lunar New Year, in the 2024 New Year, I know it's a very big success. After pandemic, people really come out because I know last 2 years are kind of not many people show up because people still have worries. But this year, in 2024, we really had a good turnout. And I noticed when I was on the stage, on all the third floors, I saw crowds come and go. It's always, all the chairs were taken this year. And I was told, every celebration around this time, either New Year or Moon Festival, we will bring like 130,000 to 150,000 people to the mall.
Which is wonderful.
That is, 3 and 4 times of the normal visits. So that is very amazing. Yeah, we want people bring them to the Mall of America to, watch our show and, of course, to shop, to go eat.
You got to do that.
To do,
and have treats.
Speaking of eating, great transition. I love that. I was going to say, we have music, we have festival attire, but we need food as well. Food is a staple of celebration, right? So we have to shift over to Trisha. We want to hear all about your location. So again, I said you have the Treats Cereal Bar and Boba Tea, and you are located on the kind of northeast corner on level 3. And you haven't been here very long, but we absolutely love having you here. And hopefully you've enjoyed being a new tenant at Mall of America. So we would love to hear about your story because you now have multiple locations. And so we're excited to be part of your portfolio. And so we'd love to hear your story.
Sure. Thank you, Jill. Thank you for having me here. First time here at the Mall of America podcast. So my partner Min and I started Treats Cereal Bar and Boba back in 2019, right before COVID. Our first location was on Grand Avenue. And then we opened at Blaine location across the street from the National Sports Center. 2024, this year, we opened the North Loop, Minneapolis in March. and the 4th location here at the Mall of America in June. So a lot happening this year. It's been amazing. It's definitely different than a traditional store. It's so crazy over the weekend with special events, and my goodness, it's
crazy good.
Crazy good. And like Dan was saying, people literally stop and just look, and it's just so much happening. And I think these events really help bring in the crowd and really draw diversity. I love that Mall of America really have diversity, whether it's food or events or retail. So it's just been great. And we're super excited for the peak season coming soon with the Black Friday and the Christmas and the New Year's. So we're the new baby here.
And this wasn't your first career path. You started somewhere very different and took a turn. So tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So both Min and I actually came from a financial background. So I was a store manager for the bank. And I transitioned to a mortgage rep for Specialized in Relocation. And to be honest with you, I would never think that I would do food business. So my family also are entrepreneurs. My parents used to own a restaurant, a Vietnamese restaurant on the university. And Min and I always want to do business together, but we're not going to do food because it is just intense hours. Like they're always at the restaurant, and we always remember we're always stuck at the restaurant. But food runs in my family. We love food. Like, as our Asian culture, we always have a lot of food, a lot of different specialty drinks. And so we got to love what we do. So we end up opening Cereal Bar and Boba. So Cereal Bar, it's cereal-infused ice cream. So it's very nostalgic. And I feel like it's such a relatable topic, right? Everyone eats cereal in America, whether you eat healthy cereals or the fruit, or the sweeter ones.
Oh, we're all over the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Captain Crunch for sure.
Fruity Pebbles. Yep.
All the sugar, bring it on.
Yeah. So then, and I literally drink boba every day. I really do. So, everyone needs their Starbucks every day. I need my boba every day. And so we're adding boba into the brand. And it's just really cool to see boba being so popular nowadays, especially associated with the Moon Festival. So I've seen nowadays that boba is really everywhere, and with the moon cake, right? It's a solid boba tea. So some of the flavors are such like the taro, the brown sugar boba, and also the black tapioca boba are inside the moon cake fillings. And so it's such a fun twist, So this Saturday, if you guys visit the event, please come get boba.
All immersive experience. You have to have it all.
Yes.
I love it. So the components of the cereal, the ice cream, the boba tea, those are just components that you've grown up with that were important for you to bring together, because I think that's a unique combination to bring forward for a food offering. And that's what we're looking for all the time. We're looking for unique concepts to differentiate Mall of America, so you can't find it anywhere else. Granted, you have a couple locations in the Twin Cities, but it's a very unique combination. And so it sounds like that comes from your family upbringing and just elements that are important to you. Is that correct?
Yes, that is. Thank you, Jill.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, I have a question. So you grew up eating cereal. And when you eat all the cereal and there's some milk left, do you use a spoon or do you slurp it out of the bowl?
I slurp it all up.
You gotta slurp,
exactly.
right?
I slurp it all up.
That's what I do too. I gotta just slurp them. That's the best part, because it's got the sugar from the cereal in there, right?
Right.
And that actually is what their treats taste like. I actually just a half an hour ago had the brown sugar boba.
Quick research, I'm assuming.
You gotta do it, right?
Absolutely.
It's what I do for my job. That's all I'm saying. And it was amazing. It was so good with the milk and the boba, and I want to have. Well, I have dibs on probably. I think this
These
one
look
right here.
Amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. If they taste anything close to what they look like, they're amazing. So I would love both of you to share with us a story of an experience that you've had here at the mall, hopefully with other customers, or the engagements that you've had with fans that have come to shows or customers that have come to your location, some fun memories or experiences that you've had so far here at the mall. If you have a story to share with us, if anything comes to mind.
Yeah, sure. For me, like as you mentioned, the fans, after each performance, even though I'm exhausted, always a few people will stop by and ask us, when will be your next performance? And they want to put it on their calendar and they share how they love our show, how they love the dragon dance, lion dance, or the other performances. So that's really given me a big encouragement. Say, yeah, I can't wait to do the next one, even though I'm really tired. Yeah, that's a really fun experience I have here.
That is great. I mean, you guys draw amazing crowds, and you had mentioned before the multiple layers, and we hear that all the time from performers, that it's so different. It's not just looking out to the crowd that's on the floor, but to the fact that you get to look up and see all the fans cheering you on and bringing them so much joy and excitement. So you see those major crowds that come when you guys perform, because it's not only entertaining, but it's unique, and it really brings a cultural edge and entertainment that they don't get a chance to see every day. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. And another special experience with Mall of America compared to regular stage is because Mall of America is the biggest mall in United States, right? At least. So like the audience is different. Mm-hmm. It's not like a regular show. You perform and you have the same people sitting there from beginning to the end. Mm-hmm. But in Mall of America, people come and go. So which means we bring the show or the experience to more people if we do it here. So that's another reason I really want to really appreciate. Yeah, we have this opportunity. We want to keep it going for years.
I love that. Trisha, any stories that you would love to share?
Yeah. So not too long ago, because we're a new baby here. So recently I ran into a customer from overseas, and, Mall of America is the destination at Minnesota. And one of the customer was like, wow, I seen boba shops, but this looks very, very different because we have zero-infused ice cream, and it's just very modern. And they just felt like they were touched, they were related. They were able to find the connection right away within the Mall of America. So I feel like having that diversity at the mall, it's so huge. And thank you so much for allowing Treats to be here at the Mall of America. And for small business like us, it's really a dream come true to have a space at the Mall of America. So thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. And we started our relationship with you guys a year ago. We had a special marketing promotion where we actually went out into the community. And that was before you guys were here, before we were even talking to you. And it was a great relationship builder right out of the gate when we did the marketing promotion in your space. And I think that was the one on Grand Avenue.
Grand Avenue. It was the Mall of America takeover. Yep. So you guys came over to our store, took over, and it was just so fun. It was a great turnout. And so I think that relationship really helped us with a space at the Mall of America.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And it was takeover in the very best sense of the word, right? It was, we treated customers to your wonderful treats and drinks and everything. But you brought up something, Trish, that I think is really important as well. You both actually talked about diversity, and from both when you're giving performances, but also from the tenant mix and the customer mix here at Mall of America. When people think of Mall of America, far too often they think big brands. That's what's at Mall of America. But really, we have lots of small entrepreneurs. And what is it like, Trish, to come here as an entrepreneur? You've already opened 3 shops, but what was it different here? Hopefully you got support from our team and everything all along the way, but what was that experience?
It's great. It's very different. So I would compare the major difference is that a traditional store, the traffic already have the intention of coming into your space to order a product. At Mall of America is really the events that bring in the crowd. It's really a special Nickelodeon, different events, things like that, shows that really draws a big crowd. I mean, over the weekend, many weekends I come in, I'm like, wow, this is insane, like where did all these people come from? And like the events that you will be hosting here this Saturday. And I feel like that's why we're here is the traffic, is the people, and able to share something new and very different, like the zero-infused ice cream. And I feel like that's going to really make it memorable for the people that are traveling from all over the world to the Mall of America.
So you have to share, what is your top seller for your cereal-infused ice cream? So we all know what to get when we go up there.
Absolutely. One of our top sellers is the Crisp and Cream with so that one's like cookies and cream. It has Oreo cookies, Cookie Crisp cereal, and Snickers mixed inside. Yeah, delicious. So you definitely have to try that one. But one of my favorites is also the Bananagram. So it's honey bunches of oats, honey nut Cheerios, real bananas, and some Nutella. It's just really good.
Sounds
Sounds
delicious.
good.
I think we need to make a little dessert stop after
do too.
this.
I do
There
too.
we go. Well, what's great is not only are you a new tenant of ours that really showcases ownership from the Asian community, but we also have added some other great brands to the mix, which we're excited about. And hopefully people can check out when they come see the event this weekend. But that includes, and hopefully you guys have checked these out as well, but Ibitsu, Kura Sushi, Beard Papas, Banchan, Ichido Ramen, and Master Noodle. So we've had a great lineup of Asian ownership or based brands that we have added to our mix, which has just really, diversified our assortment and also bringing in a unique customer mix, which we really appreciate. So hopefully you guys have checked those out. But I would love for you to finish out the show today by sharing more about the Autumn Moon Festival and what that means to your culture and what we can learn about some of the elements that we're going to be seeing and experiencing, from the entertainment to the attire and the costuming to just the meaning behind it, because it is the 15th of September, correct? So it's always, might not always land on that. So explain to that, like the timing of the event and the important elements that come across and what people will experience.
Yeah, definitely. I will start first.
Yes.
So Moon Festival, or we can call Mid-Autumn Festival, like you said, it's based on a lunar calendar. It's August 15th. So based on lunar calendar, every 15th of the month, the moon is the roundest, brightest. But we believe in August 15th, per lunar calendar, the moon is the roundest, brightest, the most beautiful of the year. And we celebrate, just think about the round moon, it's a symbolized family reunion. So I always would tell people, Moon Festival, it's kind of like Americans' Thanksgiving. When you think about Thanksgiving, what do you think about? You go back home, no matter how far you are, you go back to reunite with your family. You have a big family dinner. That's what we do. And of course, this is a harvest season as well, because it's fall season and we celebrate the harvest as well. So
that's fantastic. Trisha, anything specific that you guys do to celebrate the festival?
So you probably have more accurate facts on the festival. But for me, from my experience, I can definitely relate to what she was sharing. So for the holiday, all the siblings get together, we eat, we cook. It's exactly like Thanksgiving. And we always make sure that we have tea along with the moon cake. Like that just finishes it. So.
And you need to, I actually did some research. You need to describe for those who aren't from your culture what the moon cake is. What does it look like and what does it taste like, if you would?
For me, I feel, so it's round and I feel like it tastes very similar to American fruit cake. Like those I don't know what the exact name of it, but it's like a fruit cake it's kind of dense. It's baked usually. And it has a lot of like fruit flavors or like bean usually. And it has some nice herbs in there, sometimes bird nest, sometimes special nuts like almonds or cashews a lot of times.
Walnuts.
Wow.
Yeah, walnuts. So that's my experience of mooncake, but I'm sure there's more different traditional ones. Or
Right. We have all kinds of moon cakes, but it's round, of course, as you can imagine, symbolize the moon. And it's a thin crust, but it have fillings inside. For the fillings, you can basically fill whatever you want. But the traditional, of course, we always use sweets because, again, for the holiday, we want to symbolize we have a sweet life. Of course, because it's a treat. We want it to be sweet because we eat after like a snack. But so mooncake is a must-have dessert on the Moon Festival. In our culture, we always celebrate the holidays with special food. So it's eating, like Trisha mentioned, food is a very important role in our culture. Yeah.
Well, count us in. I
I'm there.
definitely want to. Whenever there's food involved in, I are there. Yep. I love it. Well, Trisha and Shellyanne, thank you so much for joining us. You have been a delight. I've learned a ton. I'm super excited for the festival this weekend. And for those of you that want to come out, it is in the Huntington Bank Rotunda, Saturday, September 14th from 12:30 to 5:30. So come join us, celebrate with us, and also make sure to swing by the Treats Cereal Bar and Boba Tea, which is located on the East Side Level 3. Stop by and say hi to Trisha and her brother and enjoy all the wonderful things that Mall of America has to offer. So until we see you next time, thanks so much for tuning in to So Much More.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of So Much More. If you want to hear more, be sure to subscribe to our podcast wherever you find your favorites, including Spotify, Apple, or Google Podcasts. And you can also watch a video cast on YouTube. Go to podcast.mallofamerica.com to leave a review, ask a question, or give us an idea for the show. Until next time, thanks for listening. So Much More is presented by the Bloomington Convention and Visitors Bureau, the official destination marketing organization for the city of Bloomington, Minnesota. Before your next trip to Mall of America, visit bloomingtonmn.org for answers to all your travel questions, deals and packages for hotel stays, and so much more.